So, I'm out at central control right now where we, push power to the various pumps, and we're, basically at 109 of 120 pumps available. And then turbines 1, 3, and 6 are available as well for power, which is very good. And so the two issues that we're really focused in on right now is out at Pump Station 3. We have two 500 CFE pumps, A and B, are out, but we also, of that, we have 7 other pumps, 2 constant duty, and then 3 pumps CD and E that are running. And then the other area that we have some concern about is Canal Boulevard. We've had water spilling out of a pipe. We basically, as we were pushing water out, we had a pipe rupture, and so we have crews on that scene right now to work through the issues and do an investigation, make some recommendations back to us.
So can I just confirm, so sorry, Mr. Rainwater, that was a little confusing with lots of numbers. Can you confirm for us that 2 out of 5 pumps are down at Pump Station number 3 in Gentilly?
Yeah, so we have at Pump Station 3, we have 2 pumps. They're called Pump A and B. They're 500 CFE pumps. They have been down for about probably an hour and a half. That's when I found out. They already sent teams out to take a look at those 2 pumps to see what's happening with the pumps and what repairs need to be made. But we have 3 other pumps, C, D, and E, have been running. We also have what are called constant duty pumps out there that can run all the time to push water out. They're basically groundwater, and they play a very important role. But they're running and available. So, but again, we have those 2 pumps out at Gentilly, and I'll hopefully within the hour have some sort of update that we'll send out to folks about what happened there and what's occurring and when they'll be repaired.
On the pumps A and B in Gentilly, have you gotten any sort of preliminary report about what went wrong there? Because it seems like the pumps that are working when there's a major event like this, then they're not working. And even the ones that are working, we can't count on a regular basis.
Well, no. I mean, look, these are, some of these pumps are, there's, as you know, we've been in an emergency situation since August the 5th with contractors that are basically working, 24/7 to repair those pumps that have been down. Again, we of 120 pumps available, you have 109, major pumps that are working. And so, what the system that we've set up when we actually started preparing on Thursday for this rain event was making sure we had teams in place so that if something did happen, that we had, either contractors or employees that could get out there as quickly as possible. Well, we manned all the pumps that are typically manned in an event like this so that we could have people on the ground when something happened to get out there. And so we're, working through it right now. We'll have an update for you as soon as we find out what the situation is in those 2 particular pumps. But,
is it a situation, Mr. Rainwater, where you can have it repaired by the end of the day, or what does it look like? You're assessing it to see what caused the pump to go out, but is it repairable within?
Well, the first thing you have to do is find out what happened, and that's what the teams are doing right now. And then, what we'll be doing is, making repairs as quickly as possible. Like I said, we've been working with contractors to make repairs 24/7, since the August 5th event to make sure that, you have everything available. We're in a much better position than we've been in the last 2 weeks with power and with the pumps themselves. It's just a matter of, having a system in place that when something goes wrong, you identify it quickly, you send teams out, and you work those situations. And obviously, as we've said, from day one since I've been here, we're going to be as transparent. As I know something, you're going to find it out as quickly as I find it out. So that's what we'll do.
After just about 2 months after the August 5th flood, where do you think the situation stands in terms of getting these pumps back up to an acceptable rate of operation and drainage? Obviously, this is a summer unlike we've seen in any recent memory. So where do we stand in terms of getting back to where these pumps should be in current society?
So, we work very closely with the Department of Public Works on the catch basins and, identifying issues, and obviously working with the Corps of Engineers on the SELA project. There's been a lot of improvements made. The contractors, as we kind of continue to, one of the things that we've done just to make sure that we get through hurricane seasons, we have 5 very large electromotive diesel generators. They're the size of locomotives, basically, that have been placed in the Carrollton Water Power Plant to ensure that we have enough power. And so Obviously, we've been very focused on power. We have the 3 turbines up. Turbines 1, 3, and 6 are available now, which is very important. We have 26 generators. For example, out at Station 17, we had a frequency changer go down. We were able to convert to generator power for that frequency changer, which is very important to have. And so you have some redundant, you're beginning to get some redundancy in place. And then it's a matter of repairing, pumps. I mean, things are going to occur during an event. It's the ability to get those things done quickly and back in place. And, for example, we pump station 12 was running since 11:45, a.m. today, and pump station 5 was under control. And it's the ability to take a look at the data, figure out, where your issues are at, and then sending people out there to work those. So I think you're in a much better position than you've been. But, going forward long term, what we're doing for the mayor is actually putting together a power study, a pump study, and a water management study to look at where the city needs to go into the future, because you do have an antiquated system, and obviously there are some updates that need to be made, and the mayor, along with the leadership, are going to have to make some decisions about, what to bring to the public, how, and obviously there's costs associated with that. So we'll be providing them with some options in the near future.
All right, Paul Rainwater with the Sewage and Water Board Management Team. Thanks for your time. It's almost like a game of whack-a-mole that they have to play out there, where you put your hand over one spot and something else pops up in another spot. It's a work in progress, and it's having issues once again for the 3rd time this summer.